Hey, good morning. Today is another one of our first fives. So one thing that's fascinating to me is how often we will take the Old Testament and we'll say, well, this happened there, and someone said this. We'll try to apply it to New Testament theology or understanding of Jesus, and we'll take parts that we probably shouldn't be repeating. At other times, there are parts that we should be repeating, and we maybe discard those. And so the truth is, one of the most pivotal moments of the entire Old Testament is in Genesis 12. And Genesis 12 is the call of Abram. And it really is kind of this radical call that God desires to set a people apart. In fact, Jesus eventually fulfills the covenant of Abraham and also the Mosaic covenant as well. But here's the scene in Genesis chapter 12. The Lord had said to Abram, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. And all peoples on earth will be blessed through you." So Abram left as the Lord had told him. I love this story. It goes on to say that Abram becomes Abraham at some point, right? And Abraham leaves, and he has this covenant with God. If you will follow me, if you will seek me, if you will trust me, if you will go, then I will make you a great people. See, the truth is, for us to be the unique people of God that God is calling us to be, we have to go. Now, whether that means to literally leave the place in which we live or just change our mindset and our view of the world, I don't really know, and it depends on you. And that may be a unique thing that God is calling you towards. But often, what we find is this, that God says, why does Abram exist, and why is he going to make this a great people, a great nation even? And we transition in the New Testament to it becoming not just a great nation, but really the church. What's the role of the people of God? We can say that both from the Abrahamic covenant, and then we can bring that into the New Testament and talk about the church there. So what does it look like to be the unique people of God? It looks like this, to be a blessing to the world. God's pretty clear. He wants to bless us so that we can be a blessing to the world. Now, this summer, we're going to be doing a series in the Old Testament. We're going to look at how often when Israel tried to be more about themselves as a unique people and not about being the people of God and not about blessing the others, it led to their destruction. And yet those very few seasons in which they were about being a blessing to others, they were fruitful. And so this is the reality for us. To be the unique people of God means, what does it look like for me to be a blessing to the world? Because this is what God desires to do. He sets apart his church not to go off by itself. Could do a whole thing on the creation story and how it really is this great theology of blessing to the world, but I'm not going to do that right now. But I will say this. God wants to bless you and wants to bless me so that we can be a blessing to the world. Now, I want to be clear. When I say a blessing and to be blessed by God, doesn't mean you're going to have more money. You could. Doesn't mean you're going to have great health, although that may happen. What it means is you're going to find God's presence is so real that you're going to be able to be a blessing to the world, to those around you, because you know the character and nature of God. And so I would even say it this way to his church. Love God and love your neighbor. These are the words of Jesus. It's when he comes to fulfill the Old Testament, he says, what's the greatest commandment? Love God and love others. And so this is the challenge for you and I in these days. May we take this call of Abram, where God says, leave what you know, trust me. May you and I leave what we know and trust him. At the same time, may you and I know what it means to bless others. And that means to model Christ's sacrificial love, to be a blessing to others. And so the question you and I might need to ask ourselves this day, how can I bless others? Because in the blessing of others, I'll also receive God's blessing. May your day be filled with God's grace and his peace and his love. We'll catch you next time for another First Five.